Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. Today we are going to discuss about the superclass Pisces, and this lecture will be very important for the students that are going to be prepared for the Punjab Public Service Commission exam for the zoology lecturer posting, government posting. Okay guys, so before starting this superclass Pisces, I have to explain all you guys which topics we are going to be covered in this lecture and which topics will be very important from the exams point of view and which sort of questions are coming in the past PPSC exams. And at the end of the lecture we also provide you some MCQs that is based on the superclass Pisces, and that will be taken from the book of the practice book of the PPSC zoology exam. Okay guys, we have discussed in the invertebrates so many phylum just like the protozoa, Aschelminthes, Platyhelminthes, annelids, molluscus, arthropods. So now we are going to start another phylum, and this is the phylum Chordata. Okay guys, if we talk about the phylum Chordata is again divided into two main groups. The first one is Acraniata and Craniata. Okay, so before discuss about the class Pisces, we have to study how this class arise. The phylum Chordata is divided into two groups. The first one is Acraniata. This lecture will be a little bit more long than the average lectures, so don't worry about it. We will cover all the topics that could be helpful in the paper. So this lecture will also be beneficial for the students that are studying the fishes for the first time in the BS zoology, and some students have the combination of zoology and botany in BSc and ADP. So all this lecture will be very good for all of these guys. Okay, the Acraniata, the second name, it is a Protochordata and Euchordata. Protochordata and Euchordata. Protochordata and Euchordata. Protochordata and Euchordata. Okay, so guys, you can also make a comprehensive notes on it. So try to note it down. As we know that the Acraniata means the cranium could be absent in them, and Craniata means the skull could be present in them. Euchordata and Acraniata. Okay, these Euchordates are again divided into two subphylum. The first subphylum is the Urochordates, and second is, they are also known as, the second is the Cephalocortex. Urochordates and Cephalocortex. So a very good point about the Urochordates and the Cephalocortex. You guys have to remember that the Urochordates have a notochord, and this notochord is present only in the tail region. But if we talk about the Cephalocordates, so in Cephalocordates the notochord is present full length of the body, full body length in the notochord is present in Cephalocordates. Okay, the subphylum Urochordates, Cephalocordates, and the subphylum Vertebrata. As we know that the vertebrata means notochord is replaced by the vertebral column, the vertebrata. Okay, so this vertebrata is again divided into two grades. The first one is agnatha, or agnathosomes, and the second one is a gnathosomes or gnathostomata. Okay, so agnatha is again covers the two classes. The first class is a cephalosporomorphy and pterosporomorphy. Guys, I have to explain you different fishes classifications are given by the different biologists, so you have to study the most modern classification system, but every classification system has two main groups. In the classification of the Pisces, the first one is the chondrichthyes and the second one is osteichthyes. So we are going to discuss in details about the chondrichthyes, osteichthyes, lungfishes and their main three genera. Okay, so cephalosporomorpha and pterosporomorpha. Okay, the gnathosomes are divided into two main grades. The first one is the Pisces. And the second one is a tetrapoda. Tetrapods have four legs. The tetrapods includes amphibia. It also includes reptiles. It also covers aves and it also covers mammals. Okay, so this superclass Pisces contains the more four classes. So what is the name of these classes? So the first name of the class is the Placodermi. It is the Placodermi. And the second one is, its name is the chondrichthyes. The third one is the osteichthyes. And the fourth one is a agnatha. Okay, so the main classes are two main classes. The first one is the chondrichthyes and the osteichthyes. If we talk about the vertebral column and the notochord, so you have also remembered that the first class is Placodermi, second is chondrichthyes, then osteichthyes, and then agnatha coming from. The chondrichthyes have main vertebral column, but you can also say that the chondrichthyes have the notochord. So notochord is not only present in the Urochordates, Cephalocortex. As we know that the evolution continues, so with the passage of the time, the structures that have no longer function in our body are going to be end. So chondrichthyes have a notochord, but the notochord are absent in the next bony fish class, and the name of bony fish class is the osteichthyes. Okay guys, I know that time is I'm taking so much time to explain it, but trust me guys, if you study this lecture thoroughly, this will be very important, and you can I spend a lot of time to prepare these notes, lectures, and what sort of question can be asked. So again I am going to revise it. The phylum Chordata is divided into two groups, Acraniata and Craniata. Acraniata is also known as Protochordates, and Craniata means Euchordates. Okay, Euchordata is again divided into two main groups, Urochordates, Cephalocortex, and the Vertebrata. Vertebrata is divided into agnathosomes and gnathosomes. Agnathosomes is divided into Cephalosporomorphy and pterosporomorphy, and gnathosomes is divided into the Pisces and Tetrapoda. Pisces contains the four classes. Pisces is a superclass that is related to fishes, and it contains four classes: Placodermi, chondrichthyes, osteichthyes, and acanthody. And Tetrapoda have the more classes: amphibia, reptiles, and aves, and mammals. Okay, so some important questions that are related to the Pisces. Okay. If what is the name of the fish in which colorless blood is present? So Antarctica Ice Fish. What does that name? Its name is a Antarctic Ice Fish. Antarctic Ice Fish. This fish have colorless blood, and this fish has colorless blood because no RBCs are present in their blood. Okay, so name the fish that is bioluminescent fish on the earth. Bioluminescent means any organisms that can produce the light. So there is a one species of the there are two basic terms I am going to explain you. The first word is a fish, then school of fish, and the third one is the fishes. So what is the basic difference between three words? The fish is a word when we discuss only one species of the Pisces, then it is a fish. So what is the school of fish? School of fish means group of fishes of the same species is known as school of fish. So what is the fishes? So when we use the word fishes, and the chapter number 12 that is present in your book, it is also named as the fishes. The fishes means it is a combination of fishes that belongs to the different species. So the name of the fishes means a group of fishes that belongs to different species. Okay, back to the question. So I am going to explain that name the fish that is bioluminescent on the earth. Its name is the angler fish. The angler fish is a bioluminescent on the earth. Angler fish. Okay, the third point is that generally we talk about the eyelid is absent in the fishes, but nictitating membrane is present in the shark. This membrane is actually protects the fishes from the entering of the water and helps the fish to see in the water. So nictitating membrane is also present in the human, but now as the evolution takes place, but they are no longer used, and they are actually the vestigial organs in the human body. Okay, the third one is the name the fishes that have the eyelids. So name of that fish is, the first name of the fish is that it is a milk fish. The milk fish. Okay guys, I am also going to told you that we discuss we have studied some names that in our life, just like the if we talk about the fishes, we have got it some names just like the starfish, jellyfish, and devilfish, silverfish, cuttlefish, crayfish. So we also discussed that they are fish or not. So if they are not fishes, then which phylum they belongs to, and what is the main definition of the fish, and how we can say that the fish which characteristics will be present in a fish. So milk fish. The second one is the jacks, and the third one is the mullets. So hope so these are the enough for you, and eyelids. Okay, so name the fish that feeds on the mosquito larva. Its name is a mosquito fish. The mosquito fish feeds on mosquito larva. Mosquitoes fish. Guys, make a notes on your own notebook, so this will be also important for you. Okay, next question is that we have studied, are you guys listen that some fishes produce electricity. In the Hollywood movie, I think the name was the Aquaman. So in that movie, no, it's not an Aquaman. I have seen some Hollywood movie, and in this movie was the Rock's movie. Rock is actually, you can say that it is a hero of that movie, and this man uses the electric eel current to start a ship. Okay, so if we see that electric eel has the electric organ, so name of that electric organ that produce the electricity and how many volts it can produce electric current. So it gives the shock of the electric current of the 100 volts. That is very big shock. And the name of the organs, that was named as the hunter organs and the sacs organ. Hunter organ and sacs organ. Okay. Sacs organs, these organs are responsible for that activity in the fishes. Okay guys, now we talk about some organisms that are not fish, but we says that in the name, just like the starfish. Okay guys, if we talk about the starfish is actual echinoderm. Okay, the second name is the devilfish. Devilfish is actual the octopus. Octopus belongs to the phylum Mollusca and class Cephalopoda. And if we talk about the cephalopods have the legs, foot on the head, and the only cephalopods have the well-developed brain. Well-developed brain is present only in cephalopods, and also the closed circulatory system is only present in cephalopods. It means that it is only present in the devilfish and the molluscus. The third name is the jellyfish. Okay, listen guys, you have to write it. The first name is the starfish, the second name is a devilfish. Starfish belongs to echinoderms, devilfish belongs to molluscus, jellyfish belongs to cnidarians. It is a cnidaria. Okay, next one is a silverfish. The silverfish also belongs to the phylum Arthropoda. When I first time discussed or studied about the superclass Pisces, then I was very confused to take all these organisms. So that's why I have noted down so that you cannot confused in it. Next one is a cuttlefish. Cuttlefish, you can also say that this is also belongs to the phylum Mollusca and cuttlefish. The also name has a sepia, and sepia has the C form. C form is actually the internal shell that is present only in the cuttlefish. Molluscus have the exoskeleton. Only one molluscus group of the molluscus or class of molluscus that do not have the skeleton or shell. Its name is a cephalopods. I mean, its name is a devilfish or octopus, and cuttlefish has the internal shell. Okay, so you have also note the points that are unique to the organisms. Okay. Next one is a crayfish. Crayfish also belongs to the phylum Arthropoda. Okay guys, so that's is enough for you. And also remember that name the animal which have 8 heart. Name the animal that have the 8 hearts. So 8 heart is present in the Barosaurus. Barosaurus is an organism that have the 8 hearts. Okay guys, now properly start the lecture and discuss the classification. This is not the classification of the Pisces. It is actually the historical background information that is important to study about the Pisces. Okay guys, okay, so let's start the topic. So what is the general characteristics of the fishes? So we have to discuss about it. What is the general characteristics of the fishes? Okay guys, there are some properties of the fishes and the organism that have these properties are unique features. They can be defined as a fish. The first is the streamlined body. The organism that belongs to superclass Pisces, these organisms should have a streamlined body. Okay, so why the fishes need the streamlined body? The question is that because the viscosity of the water and the resistance of the water is more than the air. So if the fish have to move through the water, then to overcome the resistance of the water, the shape of the mouth of the fish should have a very you can say that it should be short on the head side and it should be broad, just like that. Okay, so this is a streamline body. So this shape is also you have discussed in the aeroplanes. Aeroplanes also have this sort of body pattern. So because they have to overcome the resistance of the water, so the fish have to overcome the resistance of the water and aeroplanes resistance of air. So that's why both of these have streamlined body. The second one is the presence of scales. The scales are present on the skin of the fishes. That is also very important for the organism. Okay, so a few moments ago I told you guys there are two main classes. First one is the chondrichthyes and the second one is the osteichthyes. So how we have to remember that the chondrichthyes are the cartilaginous fishes and the osteichthyes are the bony fishes. So guys, hope so you have studied that the chondrocytes are actual the mature cells of the cartilage. So you have to remember that the chondrocytes and chondri, the chondro and chondric means it is something that is related to cartilage. So you can remember that the chondrichthyes are the fishes, are a group of fishes that have the skeleton, and this skeleton is made up of a cartilage. Okay, chondrichthyes. So, and this chondrichthyes groups are present in the marine environment. It is present in marine environment, and osteichthyes are present in the freshwater environment, and these are the bony fishes. Osteichthyes, bony fishes and freshwater environment. So actually we are going to discuss what is the function of the scale in the fishes. So before we explain it, the information about the chondrichthyes and osteichthyes was important, so that's why I am explain it to you. Okay guys, listen carefully. If the fishes are present in the marine environment, we know that in marine environment the salt concentration in the outer environment is very high. As a result, when the salt concentration in the outer environment is high, then due to the higher concentration of salts outside, we can assume that the salt means that solute. Salt is solute, so it means that the solute is present outside high and inside the fish is low. So according to the definition of the osmosis, movement of water molecules from low solute area to the higher solute concentration area. So because the salts are present low in concentration inside the body of the fish, so water can moves out of the body of the fish, and the fish can face the problem of the dehydration. To overcome this problem, the scales are present. The scales that is present on the skin of the fish do not allow the water to move outside the body in the cartilaginous fishes that belongs to the marine environment. So if we talk about the freshwater environment, the freshwater environment fishes faces the problem is that the outside in freshwater environment salts concentration is very low. As a result, the solute is very low outside the environment and solute is high inside the fish. As a result, the water can moves inside the fish continuously. So if the water continuously move inside the fish, this can be very lethal to the fish and the body of the fish can be burst. So to overcome this problems, the scales are present. So the scales protects actually the osmoregulation. It actually to help in the osmoregulation to maintain the water concentration to move inside the body and outside the body. So that's why the scales are present. Hope so that will be enough for you. Okay guys, I know that this is not so much important to discuss it in details about the scales, but so when after the inshallah you guys are going to be clear your Punjab Public Service Commission exam, and after that exam you have to qualified for the interview. So in this interview, you have, if you have a wide depth of the knowledge, then you can compete the other members that are also qualified for it. Okay, the third one is the presence of fins. The fins should be the fins are the characteristic feature of the fish. The fins are of two types. Okay, so I try to make a diagram of a fish, and just for the sake to explain the fin of the fish. Okay guys, see here, the fins are of two types. The first one is a paired fins and unpaired fins. So let's start from the unpaired fin. The unpaired fin, the first name of that fin is a caudal fin. Caudal fin is actually the tail fin. The fin that is present at the tail of the fish, it is a caudal fin. So first fin is a caudal fin. The second fin is a anal fin. The anal fin is present at that region of the fish, and in some fishes. So if we talk about the chondrichthyes, in chondrichthyes this anal fin is modified into the claspers, that are the copulatory organs in the shark. Okay, I forget to told you about the whales. Whales are actually not the fishes. Okay guys, remember that whales are not fishes. Whales are mammals, because we know that what are the main characteristic feature of mammal gives birth to their young one, they feed their children, and also they have the hairs on the skin. So whale also possess all of these characteristics. That's why the whale are not included in the superclass Pisces. It is actually the mammal. I am talk about the shark. So in the shark and the chondrichthyes and the marine fishes, this fin is known as a anal fin. The anal fin is modified into the claspers for the copulatory organ. So at the dorsal side, the fish have a fin, and this one is known as dorsal fin. Okay guys, you have to know about the four terms. The first one is the anterior, posterior, dorsal and ventral. So the side that is present towards the mouth, it is known as the anterior side. It is the anterior region. The region where the caudal fin is present, it is the posterior region. Posterior region is actually present on the back side of the fish. The third one is the dorsal side. The dorsal side is the side that is present. Okay, see here, if an organism is crawling just like that way, so the upper side is known as the dorsal side and the lower side is known as the ventral side. Okay, so the three fins, the caudal fin, the anal fin and the dorsal fin, these fins are the unpaired fins. So what are the paired fins? So just you have to assume that this one is a fish. Okay, so in the fish there are two fins. These two fins are present in that direction. So this a fin is present on the right side of the fish of the body and also on the left side of the body. Okay, so see here, there are two fins. A pair of the fins is present at that region, and this is known as on that side and on the other side of the fish also, and this one is known as a pelvic fin. It is known as a pelvic fin, and a fin is also present in that region. This is a pectoral fin. Okay, so the pelvic fin, the pectoral fin, these fins are the paired fin, but the three fins are the unpaired fins. Okay, what is the fourth characteristic of the fish? The fourth characteristic of the fish is that it is the presence of the gills. The gills are present in the fishes for the gaseous exchange. Okay, so in some organism, so there is a unique point also. If we talk about the chondrichthyes, in chondrichthyes gills are present, but gills are covered by the operculum, and this operculum is absent in the chondrichthyes. Okay, let me adjust the dimensions. So gills are covered by operculum, and operculum is present in osteichthyes and it is absent in the chondrichthyes. So I am written there A. The A stands for absence of operculum in chondrichthyes and presence of operculum over the gills in the osteichthyes. Okay, so these are the actual a few general characteristics that is related to the fish. And cyclostomata. Cyclostomata have the unpaired fins only. Fishes have are the true fish. The true fish is actually belongs to the superclass Pisces. So if we talk about the cyclostomata have unpaired fins. The paired fins are present in the paired and unpaired fins are present in fishes, but cyclostomata have only unpaired fins, and it is actually not a true fish. Okay, so let's start the more discussion about the fishes. Okay guys, the first group finally we are going to start. It is the agnathans. It is the agnathans. Agnathans. So what are the following characteristics of the agnathan? The first one is in agnathans there is a lack of jaws. So lack of jaws means lack of teeth? No, this is a wrong concept. Lack of jaws. So if we studied about the mammals just like us, we have a teeth that are fixed in jaw, the upper jaw and the lower jaw, the mandible and the maxilla. So let's suppose that this one is a mouth of the cyclostom and this is the mouth of the ostracoderm. So I explained you what is the ostracoderm and what is a cyclostom, and why we are going to discuss it. So before it you have to study about it. So which sort of mouth is present in them? Agnathans. In agnathans the jaws are absent. So if we open the fish, then the whole body cavity of this fish is covered with the teeth. So it means that the teeth are present only all sides of the mouth and the body. So that's why I have written that lack of jaws. It is law. It is not a law, it is a lack. They lack jaws and paired appendages. Lack jaws and paired appendages. Okay guys, we have discussed about the two super classes. Now if we talk about the Pisces, so the vertebrata is divided into gnathosomes and agnathosomes. The gnathosomes was divided into the Pisces and tetrapoda, and agnathosomes was divided into the cephalosporomorphy group. Okay, so the agnathosome is first divided into three main classes. Okay, what are the name of these three classes? So the name of the first class, that was the class Myxini. It is actual the modern classification. I also explained the old classification of the fishes. The class Myxini, and the second class is the Ostracoderm and Ostracoderm like organisms, and the third one is a cephalosporomorphy. So three main classes are class Myxini, Ostracoderm and cephalosporomorphy. So before discuss these classes, we discuss some general characteristics of the agnathans. The lecture is already of almost 33 or 32 minutes. So the first one is the lack of jaws and appendages, paired appendages. The second one is they have the cartilaginous skeleton. Cartilaginous skeleton is present in them. The third characteristic is that they have persistent notochord. And the fourth one is that two semicircular canals are present in them. Two semicircular canals in them. So in agnathosomes, the 2 semicircular canals are present, but in gnathosomes 3 semicircular canals will be present. But in the case of the fishes, the external portion and the middle portion of the air is absent. So we discuss in my previous lectures about the physiology of the air. I explained the external, middle and the inner part of the human air. So the external air, you can assume that the pinna tympanic membrane and also the auditory canal and the 3 ossicles, this that is present in the middle portion, all these parts are absent. So only the inner portion, that is a semicircular canal region, is present in the agnathans and gnathans. It means that in cases of fishes. Okay, but if we talk about the unique characteristics about the hagfishes, the hagfishes have only one semicircular canals. It means that the 2 semicircular canals are fused and they are now changed into the one semicircular canal in the hagfishes. Okay, ostracoderms. So let's start first from the ostracoderm. Ostracoderm is actually the extinct fishes, guys. When I say that, that is a unique point and some point that is different from the other fishes, so you have to focus on that point. This can be asked as a MCQ in the PPSC exam. Okay, so the first point and the important point and the also MCQs comes through it. The first one is the armored jawless fish. Armored jawless fish. Name of the armored jawless fish. The armored jawless fish are the ostracoderm. The armored jawless fish are ostracoderm, and it is actually arises in the Paleozoic era. Paleozoic era. The first one is a armored jawless fish, is a ostracoderm, belongs to the Paleozoic era. The second important point is that about the ostracoderm, they are extinct now. It is a extinct agnathosomes. The third one is that ostracoderm was a sluggish animals. Sluggish animals means you can say that they are very slow animals. Okay. The fourth one is that they have bony armor, and this bony armor used for the defense, and they are actual the 15 centimeter long bony skeleton for the defense mechanism. And what is their feeding habitat? They are the filter feeders, and they mostly extract the annelids as a food. Okay, so that are some points that could be important about the ostracoderm. The first one is the ostracoderm. So many examples. Okay, examples are very important in this exam, so I try to explain or write all the possible examples. The first example of the ostracoderm is the osteotrachy. Okay, the first one is the osteostrachy. The second one is the anaspida, heterostrachy, osteotrachy and heterostrachy, anaspidia, thelodonty. Okay, after the thelodonty it is a anaspidia and gillispidia. Osteostrachy, heterostrachy, thelodonty and astropida. Its name is astropida. So these are the examples that are the fishes that are extinct now, and they belongs to the ostracoderm. Okay, so let's start about the class Myxini. The class Myxini, the Myxa means a slime. So these fishes have a slimy body. No doubt these fishes have a slimy body. So let's start about the Myxini. Class Myxini. Very unique point and first point. Scaleless, jawless and boneless. Point number 1. Scaleless. Point number 2. Jawless. Point number 3. Boneless fishes. Okay. Next point is 4 pair of tentacles. 4 pair of tentacles at the mouth. 4 pair of tentacles at the mouth. Olfactory sacs open to the mouth cavity. Olfactory sac open to mouth cavity. Olfactory sac open to mouth cavity. The next point is that pharyngeal slits, 5 to 15 pairs of pharyngeal slits, 5 to 15 pairs of pharyngeal slits. Okay, so the next point is that the class Myxini, it is actual have a fish. The name of that fish is the hagfish. Hagfishes belongs to the Myxini. Okay, I searched from the Google. At some places they have written that the hagfishes have the 4 hearts, and in some websites I read that they have a 5 hearts. So I actually prefer the 5 hearts though. So how the 5 hearts could be present? 2 accessory hearts, 2 accessory hearts, 1 portal heart, 1 caudal heart. ठीक है? Okay, so 2, 3 and 4 and 3 chamber systematic is present and systematic heart. Okay, so the 5 heart, accessory heart, 2 accessory heart, 1 portal heart, 1 caudal heart and 1 systematic heart. So actual the 5 heart are present, but in some websites there are 4. So you can follow the 5 as well. So they also have a skull, but vertebral column are absent. Have skull but vertebral column are absent in them. Hagfishes is actual the marine environment. They are actual the marine environment. Remember that it is an important point, because when we talk about the cephalosporomorphy, that is the 3rd class of the agnathans, and important examples are the lampreys. Lampreys belongs to the marine water and the freshwater environment also, but the hagfishes belongs to the marine environment only. So they feed on the invertebrates. They feeds on invertebrates, and also the dead fishes also. So when the hagfishes are endangered, they produce a lot of slime because the slime glands are present in their body. So due to the production of the slime, the angler is unable to catch the hagfishes, and angler must be careful about the hagfishes. Okay guys, so that is enough about the hagfishes. The important point that you have to remember that the hagfishes is the example of the class Myxini. These are scaleless, jawless, boneless, 4 pair of tentacles, 5 to 15 pharyngeal slits, have skull but absence of vertebral column. and 5 hertz marine environments. Invertebrates on feeding is a invertebrate feeding on invertebrates and also on the dead fishes. Okay, and last point is that the class Myxini, also known as the Hyperoterati, it is also known as a Hyperoterati. Okay. Oh guys, let me adjust the dimensions again. Okay, now that's fine. So let's discuss about the third class, and this class name is a Cephalosporomorphy. Cephalosporomorphy. Cephalo means head, Aspidos means shield, and morph means form. So let's discuss the unique point. 5 to 15 pairs of pharyngeal slits is present in the hagfishes and the Myxini. So in case of the Cephalosporomorphy, which organism is present are the famous to that group? It is the lampreys. Lampreys are present in that groups, and they have 7 pair of pharyngeal slits. First point is 7 pair of pharyngeal slits are present in them. The second point is that teeth and rasping tongue is present in them, and they have a blind olfactory sac, and this blind of olfactory sac, they have the olfactory sac that opens into the mouth cavity, but Cephalosporomorphy have the olfactory sac and that is a blind in nature. They are not opens into the oral into the mouth. Okay, so what is the main habitat of the Cephalosporomorphy? It means that what is the habitat and habit of the lampreys. Lamprey are the marine environment and also present in the freshwater environment, but hagfish is only present in marine environment. So there is a unique and features, marine plus freshwater environments, they are only present in the marine environment. Okay, I try to complete this lecture as soon as possible because 48 minutes are done. So we make the part 1, part 2, part 3, and in this way we are going to complete the super class Pisces, because it is also becomes difficult for me to explain all the things in one lecture, so that's why. Okay, so the next point is that what is the feeding habitat, what is the nutrition. So if you talk about the larva of the Cephalosporomorphy, the larva is a filter feeder. The larva is a filter feeder, but who was the filter feeder? So if you have remember about the Ostracoderm, when I have explained the Ostracoderm, I told you guys that Ostracoderms are the filter feeder. So now the larva of the lampreys are also filter feeder. Okay, so they are a filter feeders. Okay, next important point is that adult larva is attached with the prey with the help of lips and teeth. Okay, so lips and teeth are present in them, and these are rasping organs, and adult organism of the lampreys are attached to the prey with the help of these organs. Okay, members of the genus Lampeteria, members of genus Lampeteria. Lampeteria have the brook lampreys. Okay, brook lampreys. The larva of the brook lampreys last for 3 years. Larva last for 3 years, and the name of that larva, that is important. Actually the larval question are important regarding to the phylum mollusca, because in phylum mollusca different sorts of larva, valiger larva and other larvas are formed. So here we discuss about the amocyte larva. Amocyte larva is present in them. Amocyte larva is present in them. So one unique feature of the fishes are also they shows the locomotion. I have to explain it in the characteristics features of the fishes, but I can't. But now I am going to explain that the fishes shows us two sort of locomotion. The first one is the anadromous locomotion, and the second one is the catadromous locomotion. What is the main difference between this locomotion? Okay, so if we talk about the community of the humans, so we know that in the human community the cats are present. So you can assume that the human community is present at the edge of the fresh water. Okay, so where the fresh water is present, human forms their community, and in the human community the cats are also present. So if the fishes move from fresh water to the marine environment, so you can assume that it is a catadromous locomotion. It is a catadromous locomotion. So if the fishes move, if the process is reversed, the fishes moves from marine environment to the freshwater environment, then this sort of locomotion is known as a anadromous locomotion. So if we talk about the lampreys and lampreytera, they shows a locomotion, and this locomotion is a anadromous locomotion. Anadromous locomotion means that the lampreys lives in ocean or the Great Lakes, but they migrate near the end of their lives in the freshwater stream. So for the swarming, to produce a huge amount of the eggs, they have to move in the freshwater environment. So when they move in the freshwater environment, then how they reproduce? So what will be the reproduction mechanism? A female attaches itself to a stone with her mouth. A male uses his mouth to attach with the female body. A female attached to stone, and the male attached to the female body. A female attached to the stone with the help of its mouth, and the male attached to the female body with the help of its mouth. Okay, so then they shed the eggs and the sperms. External fertilization takes place, and after the release of the eggs, the adult dies. The adult dies in case of the lampreys. So then the fertilized egg form a larva, and name of that larva is the amocyte larva. Okay, so amocyte larva, this larva feed like the amphioxus. Amocyte larva increase in size from 7 cm to about 17 cm. So in case of Ostracoderm, we discussed that they are 5 cm long in length, but the larva is 7 cm to 17 cm long in length in the just 3 years. In just 3 years. So you can also assume that it is an important unique point, and when the larva becomes mature permanently, then it again move towards the marine environment also. So here the portion of the agnathans according to the modern classification is completed, and now we start about the gnathosomes in the next lecture. But before to end this lecture, I have to told you some important points and some MCQs that can be asked in the paper. Okay, in the next lectures we discuss some about the fishes, the flying fish, the dogfish, Tilostei, cypriniforms and Angula, their scientific names and their unique points as well. So I have prepared some notes for you, and I want to share these notes all you guys, so that you can trust towards channel, and this is actual the Alpha Academy is my channel, so YouTube channel. If we want to obtain the more lectures about the fishes, so you have to subscribe our channel, and you have to also share our channel to your friends also. So let's discuss some MCQs that is related to the fishes. The first one is that lateral line system. Lateral line system is a unique feature of the fish. What is the lateral line system? So in the body of the fish, there is some receptor organs that is present in the fishes, and this receptor organ is known as a lateral line system. So it is a lateral line system that is only present in the fishes, and lateral line system is also present in some amphibian, just like the frogs and the larva of the frogs. Okay, again I am repeating that it is present in fishes. It is a receptor organ. It detects changes in the external environment. It is firstly or primarily present in the fishes, then it is also present in the amphibians, it is also present in the larva. Second point is that which of following is a cartilage fish? The dogfish. The dogfish, also named as Scolidion, Scolidion. Scolidion is a dogfish. It is actually the cartilaginous fish. If it is a cartilaginous fish, then you have to remember that I explained that the cartilaginous fish are present in the chondrichthyes. So they belongs to the chondrichthyes and class chondrichthyes, and it is a cartilaginous fish. And the dogfish, it is known as a dogfish because the dog's sense of smell is very good. So this fish also can smell in the external environment chemicals. They detect chemicals with the help of the external nerves. So that's why it is known as a dogfish. The third MCQ is that which one has a cartilage endoskeleton? Cartilage endoskeleton is present in Elasmobranchus. Prepared these MCQs along with me. The fourth one is the electric organs present in. Electric organ is present in a rays, and thus also the name of the rays is the torpedoes. So torpedoes has the electric organs, and they give a shock of 100 volts. And two organs are present that is responsible for the electricity. It is the hunter's organs and the sacs organs. Okay, the next point is that a fish is characterized by. So which are the unique features that are present in the fish? First one is the dermal scale. The scales are actual arises from the dermal. It is a mesoderm. It is actual arise from the mesodermal in origin. So that's why I write there dermal scales. Next one is a paired fin. Paired fin is a unique feature of the true fishes that belongs to the class Pisces and the grade Gnathosomes, not Agnathosomes. So if we talk about the Agnathosomes and the classification of the Agnathosome that we have discussed a few moments ago, they do not have the paired fin, they actually have the unpaired fins, and unpaired fins is present in the cyclostome, and cyclostome is also Agnathosomes. Okay, so what are the cyclostome? The hagfish, the lampreys, and the ostracoderms. Examples of ostracoderms, these are also all are the cyclostome. So they have the unpaired fins, but paired fin are present in the true fishes. Pharyngeal gills are also present in the fishes. So all of these characteristics feature are correct. Next, sixth is a example of lungfish. Lungfish are the Protopterus. Protopterus is actually the living genre of the lungfish, so these fishes are actually present in, I guess it is present, it is the African lungfish because it is present in Africa. Okay, which one of following is the exotic Indian fish? Exotic Indian fish is the Claris. Claris is the exotic Indian fish. Next one is shark. Which one is absent? So when we discuss details about the chondrichthyes, the shark actually belongs to the class chondrichthyes, and in the chondrichthyes the air bladders are absent. Air bladder are absent in chondrichthyes, but it is present in osteichthyes. What is the function of air bladder? We also discuss the point of the fishes. So which of the following fish first injures its prey? It is the Heteropneustos. Heteropneustos is the fish that first injures its prey, then eats its prey. Okay, the next point is that which of following animal is a fish? First one is shark, then is a starfish, silverfish, and jellyfish. At the start of the lecture, I told you guys that the starfish is not a fish, it is actual a echinoderm. Next one is a silverfish. The silverfish is not a fish because it is a arthropod. And the jellyfish, it is actual the cnidarian, so the only remaining organism that is a fish, it is a shark, and shark belongs to the marine environment, and it is also a chondrites. So these are the first 10 MCQs that are related to the Pisces. So you have to make prepared a notes because it is important for you. When you prepared your own notes, then listen my lectures carefully, subscribe my channel, share my channel to the other friends, prepare your own notes, and you can also demand these notes from us, inshallah. Inshallah, these notes will be soon available on our website, and you can also download in the PDF form. Okay guys, the remaining classification of the gnathosomes, the chondrites, osteichthyes, placodermi, acanthodi, all of these classes are discussed in the gnathosomes in the next lectures. So inshallah, and inshallah I believe that this video should be helpful for you guys, and prepared for the next video, and all the subjects, all the knowledge, even the practicals of the BS zoology programs of every semester is also available on this channel. So you have just to check the playlist, and you can find each and every possible facility and possible MCQ, possible topic that is important and that is difficult for the BS zoology students. Okay guys, stay connected, and Allah Hafiz.